All right, welcome to this page of the notes. What we're going to do here again is using the properties. We're going to go ahead and try and simplify some expressions. They're just going to require a little bit more work than the ones that we have already tried in this note set. So let's go ahead and jump right into these. Again, please feel free to work ahead. Just come back, check your answers, make sure that you get what we get. When I take a look at this first one, I should right away recognize, hey, I'm going to need to go ahead and do the distributive property because I have a 2 multiplied by a quantity. So let's do that first. What that's going to get me is a 7 plus 2x plus 18. Now what I'm going to do is look for like terms, and I do have some like terms. I have some constants. So I'm going to add the 7 and the 18. You should get 25. 2x plus 25. That's going to be all you can do on that one. Let's try the next one. Once again, in this problem, it should jump out at you right away. Since I have a constant in front of a grouping symbol, we're going to use the distributive property here. You're going to have to do it twice. Then once you've done the distributive property, let's check for like terms. So here we go. I'm going to multiply the 3 through the parentheses, multiply the 5 through the parentheses. I'm going to go ahead and do all of this at the same time. Hopefully you're okay with that. 3 times 2, 6q. Then I'm going to have 3 times r, which is going to be plus 3r. Then I'm going to have 5 times 4q. And then I'm going to have 5 times a negative 7r, which should get me minus 35r. Now what I'm going to do is look for like terms, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put my like terms next to each other so that when I add or subtract them, if I have any, just makes it a little bit easier to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put my q's together. I have a 6q. I have a 6q plus 20q. And then I have a 3r and a minus 35r. Now I can go ahead and combine like terms. These guys are like terms. The variables are the same. They're both raised to the same power. R's are the same. Variables are the same. Both raised to the same power. We'll go ahead and combine those. 26q minus 32r. And that takes care of everything I can do to this problem. No longer do I have like terms. There are no other grouping symbols. I have completely simplified. In the next one, once again, we see that we have a distributive property here. We're going to have to do the distributive property twice. Again, please be very, very careful. Whenever there's a minus sign associated with the constant in front of the grouping symbol, you will need to distribute all of it. So we're going to need to distribute both the 3 through the parentheses, and then you will need to distribute that minus 2. Take everything, not just the 2, but the negative sign as well, through the parentheses. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. 3 times 4, 12x. 3 times a minus 2 is going to be negative 6y. Negative 2 times 3 is going to be a negative 6x. And then negative 2 times y minus 2y. Now let's go ahead and put like terms together if I have any, which I do. 12x minus 6x, and then a negative 6y minus 2y. Combine like terms, 12 minus 6, 12 minus 6, because those are x's, both raised to the same power, should be 6x. And because they're y's, both to the first power, like terms, we'll put those together, negative 8y. At that point, there's nothing else I can do to it. I don't have any more like terms. One quick note here before we move on is this. When it comes to simplifying, here's what you're trying to do. In order to simplify an expression, you need to get rid of all the grouping symbols. You can't have any grouping symbols left over when you're done simplifying. You need to make sure that you don't have any like variables. That means you must combine all of your like terms, right? I don't have anything else with an x in my answer. If I did, I would want to make sure that I combine those like terms. So no, you've combined all like terms to simplify. Also, you need to make sure that you've reduced all of your fractions. All fractions must be in their reduced state in order to simplify. There are a couple other things when it comes to simplifying, but we'll worry about those as we get into subsequent chapters in this course. That takes care of this page of notes. Head on over to the next page. I'll meet you there.